I am live from my backyard under my mulberry tree. Whew. It's been a while. I go live on my page right now to spread the love and offer free Kundalini yoga. I haven't been live on my personal page, my personal profile in a while. I think I've finally had to accept that my old account will not be back. So I'm really sad by that because I've had that account. For those of you who still were friends with my old account, that was disabled right after I got out of the hospital from my appendicitis, my appendectomy. And it was really like, okay, once again disabled. I was cool with maybe a few months, maybe a month, but 6+ months, I'm thinking, I don't think I'm getting it back. And it's, like I said, it's sad because that means there's a lot of people that were following me there that if they didn't find me on this account, maybe they thought I deleted or blocked them, which is not something I would do. But I wanted to come on live today because I've been really wanting to reach out and let you all know that you're in my heart, you're in my prayers, that I love you, that I know that this is a really trying, challenging time. I do. And I'm feeling it too. I've had to make some serious shifts and changes, make choices that were hard, challenging. They weren't that hard. It was just a matter of recognizing what my needs were and standing and honoring them. Because when we are natural givers, sometimes we give too much, and we also need to fill our own cup up, and we can't expect others to do that for us. So it's about personal responsibility, being accountable, because ultimately life is up to us. Life will show up to us the way we show up to it. There's just so much that I've been wanting to share, wanting to express. And for me, it's been a lot of breakthroughs. I've gone through many breakdowns in my life. The past several years have really challenged me, have put me in a place where I had to go beyond my comfort zone. I was willing to do the work. I was willing to do things differently, challenge my old patterns and my own belief systems, whether it be in relationship or career or even just showing up live on Facebook. I've been doing this live since Facebook Live started offering lives, and because I was originally doing blogs and I couldn't keep up with my writing. The reason I started doing live videos was because it was easier for me to express myself verbally, and that when something came through, I wasn't trying to proofread it or correct it. I mean, you can always go back and say, oh, I wished I had said this, or I wish I had said that. But sometimes we can be perfectionists, and that's one of my old patterns. So I've been working on that, and I'm human, and I make mistakes, and I want people to know that it's okay, that life is not, so perfect for everyone. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's experiencing challenges, being rocked in their boats, to say. But sometimes we need that shake-up, because without that shake-up and the breakup, we can't have the breakthrough. So I was expressing to my girlfriend the other day on the phone, and it just came out, and I said, oh my gosh, these are the things I have to write down when I say them, because they literally just pour through me. And if I don't say it and have it recorded or write it down immediately, it kind of goes away. And when we have insights that are super powerful, that have meaning for us, we need to write that down and sit with it and really integrate it. Because those profound insights are where we can apply and have these major breakthroughs. Sometimes they're little trickles, and sometimes they're big kapows in your face, right? Adaptability, exactly. Most of my life, I wanted everything to be perfect, so I wouldn't do things. I would hold back because if it wasn't just right. I even can remember when I was learning languages, when I was a child, if I didn't say it just right, Although I did like being corrected because I wanted to be able to express and speak in the proper pronunciation, as well as the verbiage and word sentencing, and expressing myself through those languages. Specialmente quando parlo in italiano. Nel mio cuore. I love everything expressive, everything creative, everything sensual, touching, tasting, smelling, hearing, feeling. It's all so, so important to this life. And it's so easy for us to try to numb one of those areas in our life that just doesn't feel quite right. And that's a big part of the perfectionism. If it doesn't look right, if it doesn't sound right, if it doesn't taste right, if it doesn't smell right, if it doesn't feel right, we're rejecting it. Why are we rejecting it, though? We're rejecting it because it doesn't fit our little perfectionist conditions. Perfectionism, it's the only thing that stands in the way of us having these major breakthroughs. When you feel like you're going through a little mini breakdown, or even a major one, step back and take the opportunity to recognize that that in itself is the breakthrough. That is the wake up. Some of us have been doing the work intentionally. I am willing to step into all of my shit. I have no problem with that. The people that know me personally in my inner circle have seen how much I've grown, know how much I've put in the work, and it really humbles me. Because over the course of my life, I'm the only one who's held myself back. And recognizing that is a gift. And that is empowerment, people. We are the only ones standing in the way of our gifts, our happiness, our joy. And when you can see that, that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity. That's a blessing, and that's a gift. That's in that mindfulness, that awareness, that lies the shift. So a lot of things have happened. I've had to take myself out of the group because I couldn't do it anymore, people. I just couldn't. And let me tell you, I have felt so much weight lifted off of me in so many ways you can't even imagine. And I apologize because I love you all that have followed me from the start. And it really tore at my heart, okay? It tore at my heart because I know when I started, for as long as I can remember, I've always shown up to serve. I've always volunteered my time, my energy, and I have no regrets for any of it. I've always gone above and beyond what people have asked me to do. I've always been the reliable one, the resourceful one, the one people could turn to. I'm still not perfect, but I'm perfectly who I am. I'm the type of person that maybe I can't show up exactly at the same time you want me to, but I will be there for you if you need me. If my time is the biggest issue, being late or just on the nose, hey, you just haven't accepted me yet. I accept me, and I know my shortcomings, and I own those babies because they are good with me. I'm good with them. And I'm telling you that right now, during this time, everything that's coming up, no matter whether you're going through that breakdown or you're going through that breakthrough, this is your opportunity to see what is it triggering in you. Because whatever it's triggering in you, that is your shadow work. That is your healing. That lies the gift and the opportunity for you to face it face on, head on, just go in on it. Okay. Here's what's coming up for me. I'm on lockdown. I'm fearful of my needs not being met. And for each and every person out there, that's a different need. Toilet paper, people? Wet wipes? Hand sanitizer? I mean, I'm just saying. When people rush out in reaction, first off, you know, those are the people that are not mindful and in their own personal awareness, and they're giving away their power. And of course, I have compassion because guess what? That's a real thing for those people. Whatever is coming up for you is real. Don't dismiss it. Own it. Embrace it. The power is in recognizing that embracing it is your power. Don't push it away. Don't deny it. If you're angry, get angry. But just don't direct it at people. Don't get upset at somebody because they did something you don't like. All you're doing is comparing yourself to that person, and they're not fitting into your conditions. And that's your perfectionism projected upon another person. Okay, somebody's hoarding the toilet paper. You know what? There's enough of us out here that will take care of one another. I'm just saying, you just gotta trust. But when the fear comes up, and your fear is about what needs you are thinking won't be met, you have to sit down and reevaluate. What are your values to begin with? What do you place so much importance upon? Yeah, Carly, grief. That's a big one. Many of us have held on to so much grieving, and we don't even know, like, the levels of grief. Whether it's the grief of, you know, change in your life, because there's just so much that we haven't allowed ourselves to process. This is a beautiful opportunity to just take time and reflect. What is it that's coming up in my life? What is coming up in emotions? Because you gotta move that. Energy's gotta move. Oceans, emotions, and waves, they're rippling through us. We are 70% water, come on. And you don't expect to rock. You are the boat, and you're the water in it. Just saying. I want to have more fun. I just want to play. I'm just in that space now, and I'm enjoying my walks with Buddy. The people, when I go take the walks along the waterfront, are the friendliest ever. I'm getting to know neighbors that just never had the time to take walks with their dogs. It's the most amazing, beautiful time. I feel people are more together than they are apart. But that's just my bubble. And that's the energy I feel I draw in. If I encounter somebody outside of that, then I just hold them. If somebody is in their reactive mode, their fear mode, all I can do is hold them in love and compassion, because reality is I've been there. And if I haven't had compassion for myself, of course I'm not going to be able to hold someone else in that. When you learn to have that compassion for yourself, your cup runneth over, and you can provide that space, holding that sacred space for others. We're all in this together. No matter what happens. And this energy that's rippling through, if you saw my Kriya earlier today, I did Kirtan Kriya. It's my favorite one. If you haven't already started following my personal page, it's actually Lana A. Labonte. I had created it with my old account. Make sure to follow that, because I've been doing more of the videos over there, and I just decided to come live here today because I've just been missing the engagement. And I know personal pages, personal profiles get more attention with the algorithms. I just hadn't been doing it. So the shift. Let's talk about this shift. Whether you're ready or not, it's coming for you. And if you're unwilling to step into it, and you're holding on for dear life for this old life, you're in resistance, you're going to create your own suffering. It's as simple as that. If you haven't been willing to look within and work on the traumas, the healing, when you're seeing the stuff that's bringing up, you know, your fear mode or whatever's being triggered during this time, if you're going into reaction mode instead of response with softness, you know what? You gotta understand, life is meant to flow. You are meant to grow. And if you resist, the pain persists. It's not It's not that difficult, but we make it that way. We are human. And then we have so much to behold. That is so much beauty. And I love being out in nature. The birds, I'm telling you, the birds, just taking a walk, the animals are more alive and out and vibrant. I mean, just take a walk. Changes your mood instantly. And I'm telling you, the most important thing you could do right now between meditation is just to breathe, to really tap into your breath, because it's all about the life force. It's all about the prana. And as we go through what I feel is this massive rebirthing of the earth and humanity, and this shift in consciousness, it's the breath. That is the gift. It's the healing. Do you know that that is the real force? That is our true power. It's just tapping into the breath. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you right now, I realized this morning, I'm like, oh yeah, baby. For years, since I was a little girl, I've known. And that, for a long time, I wondered, am I wrong? Am I crazy? I sat with that, and I've sat with that for a few days. Am I making this up? Wow. The stuff I've been going through in the past week or so, really embracing and knowing that this is what I've been preparing for all my life. This is what I came here for. To support each other, to be united and not in this us versus them. This isn't the me, this is the we. But the we is inclusive when you take care of me. Prana, baby. You gotta breathe it in. You want to go through a smooth rebirthing, you gotta really start working on that breath. You really do. That will humble you and bring you back to who you are, your truth, your true Satnam, your identity. Spirito, ispirazione. You take any language, and it's so much more depth in another language than it is in English. I'm just telling you that, like, the inspiration is the breath. Spirit, it's in the breath. And we are gifted at every moment. We don't even have to think about it. It is so mechanical. Our body does it for us. But you really want to harness your life, really take charge and control, because nobody seems to feel like they have control unless they're, taking care of things around them. The real control is within you. And with each breath you take, you have the opportunity to shift what goes on up in here. And you've heard me talk about this pendulum ride. You go over here, you go over there. You got to come back to center and ground yourself. You take that big breath in. You can move mountains, baby. I'm telling you. Do that with me. Come on, y'all. Oh, it's so awesome. Let's inhale together a few times. And I want you to vibrate that out with your because that in itself, you got to tap into your own vibration. Feel it throughout your entire body. Feel that vibration in every cell. You're awakening. You are awakening ancestors with this breath, people. If you are willing to go deep with your breath and your work, you are healing humanity. Generations, legacies. You are so much more powerful than you give yourself credit. And I am here to tell you, I believe in you, and I am here for you. Let's do that together a couple more times. Inhale. I invite you to breathe. Breathe it in deep, baby. Exhale it all out, even the stagnation, that old stuff, even the cobwebs. You gotta let it go. Make space for new. There's so much life in you. So, my body's been vibrating like crazy, and the breath has been giving it to me. The more deeply you breathe, the more deeply you'll heal. And you know I talk about the more deeply you're willing to go in and feel it, you'll heal it. You gotta feel it to heal it. Because all of this physical form is your navigation system. And when you tap into your body's language, you tap into your own wisdom, your intuition. Into me I see the grandiose identity. Beneath it is your spirit, your divinity. I'm very much waxing poetic lately, so excuse me if I get a little goofy and giddy. But today I thought, let's go for some cards. Y'all haven't seen me read any cards. I'm not a card reader. I really am not. But I do believe that when I pull something, it's just a message that's meant to be. This is for you. This is for all of you, that I love you so much. I've been missing you. But know that you're always in my heart. Brenda, I am reading you. I'm reading everybody. And whatever comes up, this is for the collective. Ooh. We're dropping cards now, too. The birds are just amazing. All right. Ready? Everyone said a prayer, right? What is it that you're wanting to know? The simplest messages. All there is to love has been there all along. When you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's always because you've grown. You so rock, the universe says. All there is to love has been there all along. When you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's always because you've grown. I want each and every one of you to give yourself a big hug, and I mean that. I'm not being funny, I'm just being serious. Give yourself a hug and congratulate yourself for making it this far in life. Throughout everything you've ever experienced, you are still here. You are still alive, and there is nothing but yourself to look to and say, wow, I am still here. Because you had the will to keep going through it all. Whatever that has been for you, whatever you've experienced in this life, bless it. It's been a gift to bring you to this point. And there's so much more to it. So take this time to reflect. If there's anything you've been holding back on out of perfectionism, here's my challenge to you. Just do it. If it's to do Facebook Lives, if it's to start a business, if it's to start a website, if it's to start a Facebook page, if it's to start a group, do it just for yourself. Don't hold back. Who cares if it's perfect? Who cares if you do it right? If you don't start, you'll never try. You'll never know if you could grow, if you could, you're going to evolve. Once you take the step, the universe conspires to support you. If it is in your heart, and it is aligned and you really desire it, just do it. The only thing holding you back is you. So I hope you all are having a wonderful evening. I'm going to send you so much love, and Buddy and I are going to go on our wonderful walk. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. Give me some updates. I want you to know I do. I truly do hold you in my heart, my prayers. There's so much love. We are all together in this, whatever this is, whatever's unfolding, whatever's playing out. We have the power to shift it. So don't focus on the fear, focus on the love. Continue to hold each other with reverence, and that everything you do, it matters. So do it as if it's something that you're bringing to life. Rebirth yourself and bring to life what it is you came here to do. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to us. Don't hold back. I'm counting on you.